yeah, it is, Trace.
You reading me?
I couldn't be happier to be here. Ooh, I'm excited, right? We got Masuta taking a little peek down through ramp. I think Masuta was a very sound guy to highlight. It does feel like he's become one of these, win conditions, as Maniac said. And so let's see how he opens up this little CT pistol. He's got shox alongside him, holding this top ramp area. Poison gonna run him down, and shoxy, well, respond with one. Having a duck out of there, because now he hears all these footsteps coming up the ramp towards him.
Yeah, Poison, he's stuck close to the wall there. Masuta never got the info from the jump spots, not peeking wide enough. And Poison, look at that open up on A. It's been all we've seen all throughout the groups for Cole. He will get denied by ZywOo. And Apex moving in, trying to stop that bomb plant. Aztag trapped to the corner. He needs help. Kyojin providing more cover to Vitality. And even though Aztag gets a kill, it's default stick and they won't respect it. Apex is moving back in. ZywOo again providing cover, but the kills are all coming up for Cole. ZywOo in the 1v1. One bullet left, needs the reload, and blameF running him down. ZywOo, couple more body shots, all to do it, and he goes over the top to close the pistol. Oh my goodness, Cole, I don't know how they even make that round close considering some of the shots out of ZywOo, but just as you think they're ready to take the pistol round, well, that's the ZywOo effect, Harry. Top-rated player of the group stage, 1.36 rating over 12 maps, and he starts strong, as he always does.
I'm really excited to see what this complexity squad have been able to do with a little bit more time, right? After finishing their group, having a couple of days to get ready, get pumped up for this.
Damn, this is a full faith buy. You didn't even get the bomb plant. You're going for an AK with a bunch of eagles here. Cole believing, but got to be careful with that Molotov down. They tried to boost over the smoke. Apex is going to get right up in their business.
They've been forced to respect ramp, though, and play behind this smoke for now. Poison, he's seen you, he wants you, and he's going to tag up ZywOo. ZywOo will get out of there. Finally, Cole have earned this little bit of ramp control that they were looking for. It's pretty measured, pretty slow right about now. blameF with the AK. Looking to make these entries happen. Re-aggro back in, though, and it's all on the back of Apex's flash. That's S-Tag knocked out of the round. And they're even wanting to get stuck in again. Another flash goes over, this time enabling a short peek. Masuta tearing through them at the top of ramp. Even though Poison gets the better of him, it's still hanging in the balance. In amongst all this chaos, JKS has taken out another. So Kyojin left now as the last man. It's another one of these clutches needed out of the Frenchman. Kyojin going up and over, drops the bomb at ramp. And now with just 15 seconds, JKS, he either needs the kill or he needs the plant, and he can't find the former, so he's going to go looking for the bomb. Kyojin knows he has to stick it, and so he goes up, he looks for the fight, and locks in that round for Vitality.
Oh my goodness, back-to-back 1v2s from the Frenchman. I love that re-aggression call. Complexity waits so long at top ramp to get comfortable, to get situated, maybe calling across what they want to be doing with that one. Then Apex flashes ZywOo up short. He just swapped to the SMG after getting tagged down low. He gets a kill. Masuta comes back in big, and as blameF sees that flash come over, the AK that we talked about needed to perform, he gets scared as sandbags. He thinks, well, we haven't got a molly. It might swing us from there. He looks away, and then he gets hunted by Masuta. Nice little clutch for Kyojin as well, and now they want to get involved once more. Finally denied at the first hurdle. ZywOo dropping into the smoke. It should still be fine for Vitality. It shouldn't get out of control. They've started these rounds a man, or sometimes even many men down, and still managed to dig themselves out. Apex has retrieved more utility. And he started to tap them out. Only pistols. Oh, and Apex is making them look nice and crispy indeed. Oh, got to give it up eventually. Let Masuta get some eeks, make some money. And so that's a nice clean round out of Vitality on the anti-eco. Cole with a game plan of going A every round right now, and Vitality are always there ready to receive.
I'm really curious what we're going to get out of Poison here, right? If you remember back in the group, he kind of took on the role of an entry fragger almost a lot of the time on Vertigo. And it was actually a real treat to watch, right? I wonder if we're going to see more of that responsibility fall onto guys like blameF now, you know, like your JKSs as well, maybe. Or if Poison is still looking to be the man getting a lot of these opening kills. There wasn't money for him to bring the AWP out now, so he is on the AK, so maybe we get a repeat of that. Once again, there's this ramp aggression out of Vitality. They're always looking to force you to respect these smokes. And now replenish it with ZywOo dropping another. Apex is still sat on one as well, so they can really, you know, waste a lot of the time off the clock here down at the bottom of ramp.
Chunky grenade. And Vitality, they actually evade. They get out and go home, eventually giving ramp up. Now this is the play for Poison that worked on the pistol round, and it works on the gun round as well. Taking down ZywOo, traded by the FAMAS though. And now Vitality 4-on-4 back to the bomb site. Poison doing what you wanted it to, Harry, and that's a nice grenade for blame to make things a little bit softer for Cole. 4-on-3. Mollies are going to slow you down, but eventually Complexity will have to commit.
Yeah, Plane collects that kill on the short side, and now this little bonus round is looking to get laid to rest. Complexity come through with the big guns, and they're hoping to reap the reward. Kyojin, it's a rough spot to be in. Getting a double out of that situation is all well and good. Is it enough for shox to close out the round now? He's waiting up here on the boost. They don't have utility to clear him. So they're not going to know till they tap that bomb, till they force this peak, and shox goes up and then over. Sees the guy on the site, and finds NATO as well. He clutches it out with the FAMAS. shoxy with the 1v2. And clutches have been Vitality's friend to open up this game.
Yeah, 3 out of 4 rounds have come down to 1v2s that just get... And think about these 1v2s as well. They're all from boost. They're all Vitality just jumping up boost and clutching it out. I don't know if he heard NATO. Maybe NATO climbed on the fence and fell off, but he was so assured that NATO was there. Even before he tried to stop the bomb plant, he went first to NATO looking in that direction. Great awareness from shox. And 4 rounds up for Vitality. You barely get a second to react there if you're Cole. And yeah, that again started strong for Cole. They've had these opening picks. They've had the 5-on-4s and untraded in a lot of these positions as well. Not just has Poison been doing a lot of opening kills, a lot of entering back in the group stage on this map specifically. I feel like we've been getting that as well from Blame on separate maps, right? He's often been, you know, one of those IGLs on the other side of the map at times, getting the info, finding a pick, causing frustration, rotations, and then sending his team in elsewhere. Not so much on Vertigo, as we've seen Cole go for 4 rounds now, just waiting behind this ramp smoke till they can attack. And close rounds, but Vitality with them all. Still no AWPs in play. And, you know, you want to talk about Poison on the AK rifling and trying to find opening kills. The one danger of that is when you've got ZywOo on the other side, you really love that AWP to try and take him out. Good mid-take for Vitality. They switch things up. And finally, as Cole start to default a little bit more, Vitality have so much more room. Spawn taken, and Cole none the wiser.
Yeah, I thought ZywOo would have to catch wind of this player eventually. Doesn't matter, because this is the mid lurk coming in. Cole are learning that they can't just go 4 behind this ramp smoke and have a guy holding B. That's not going to cut it, because Vitality are going to take this mid control away from you. This really should be the round.
Yeah.
Like,
you can't even save.
In T-spawn, nowhere is safe. You're trapped in between Vitality players. Oh, this is a horrible way to lose a round right here.
I think the first kill is the bomb getting dropped in spawn. And Vitality, it wasn't just one man that you can try and flush out. No, shox push B. You have a double upper mid take. 3 players now in T-spawn.
I don't even know what you would call this, mate, because the fights don't ever happen here.
The middle finger. And now ZywOo's even re-aggressing. He found a pick on A earlier. He's going full send, and they're so distracted by these smokes that are about to fade. ZywOo should have the backstab. Now, shox has moved away from B, giving Blame room. But S-Tag's light, and round is over. ZywOo shoots him in the back of the head, and Blame, even if he gets this trade, it will mean nothing in the grand scheme. 1 on 5, he's taken the first, but 20 seconds, it's a done deal.
Have you ever seen a round like this? You ever seen a round play out like this before? Ooh. Oh, that's ugly.
And it's a perfect time to call it as well, because you've just like wrecked Cole's confidence on A, 4 rounds in a row. Like not just winning the ramp fights, but also or delaying them with smokes, but also clutching out. You know Cole are going to go do something different. And so what a time to throw in the old T-spawn take. Insult to injury for Complexity. And now, where the hell do you go? Maybe you just sped faster, right? Pistols round this saved AK from Blame. Try and get a quick mid-round. Vitality so far have had the reads down pat.
Yeah, so that's 5-0 now for Vitality. Complexity yet to field a round. That's what the 0 means. Just in case.
Any new viewers here? New to maths?
New to numbers, aren't we all? So look, we've got this little hero AK on Blame, right? Still in play. And the rest of the guys are going to try and partial buy around it. You know, if you want to look at silver linings, you're maxing out on loss bonus here. So even getting, you know, like a bomb plant really solidifies that even guys like blameF will have guns into the next round. Alternatively, he can get a couple of kills and suddenly he's armed, he's well equipped. So this is fine. Bit of action. Bit of an assault down towards the bottom of ramp. But once again, mate, they've got you so conditioned to never go through this ramp smoke that even though, like, this round, Vitality didn't really have many people leaning top ramp, like in the past where they've had 3 guys fighting here early. Well, this time it was just the lone ramp peak out of Zywoo, and he had that late support from Apex on short, but Cole don't want to go through. They've been so used to getting mauled at any attempt at the ramp play. They're taking it slow, they're taking it respectfully. Ooh. Finally, blameF decides he's had enough, and actually they line up for Apex. So yeah, this is what happens when you don't respect the smoke. This is why they're so scared about a ramp.
In the 2 rounds, Blame has had the hero AK. He has been completely timed, right? It was him looking at sandbags off the back of that crane flash, and then he just checked the short smoke that they have been pushing through, and then they get lined up, as you said. All dead now. shox will make it so. 4 health doesn't stop him from fighting down deep, and he removes the pistols from that round. Apex is all over the place right now.
Literally.
Yeah. 6-0. This is an excellent start for Vitality. And yeah, like you said, you well put. That was the 1 round. Cole could have gone through the smoke. They did that close Nafany smoke. They could have jumped up short, taken a bit of space. And the funny part is the fact that they didn't do that is their undoing. But I can't blame them, right? Like you said, conditioned. Vitality have had this when they want it. And they still don't have it all. They don't want it. They don't need it. Kyojin tasked at B, and he delivers the goods.
Yeah, this is looking a little brutal right about now. Poison has been spotted and spammed out, playing over that one-way smoke. And so already this round is maybe reaching a conclusion, and not one that Complexity fans are going to enjoy. S-Tag and NATO back here in T-spawn. This time not under siege, but they don't really have a lot of room, a lot of really anything to work with here, Hugo.
Vitality have 4 nades on 3 players. Like, they have every reason to win this round. shox probably won't get to use them if he stays in this corner, but that's fine. 1 and done will be enough for shox in this position. And that's presuming he doesn't double up. Quite the presumption to make. However, Molotov's available. It's down to whether Cole wants to alert their presence or keep taking it contact and sneak in. shoxy, patient as ever. NATO's coming his way. He looks the wrong way. NATO jumps up, and shox has not got the drop. It's NATO with the entry. Now the util can fly in. Now Cole alert their attack.
Yeah, with Kyojin low from past battles, you know, he could be an enticing little opener into the site. Flash is dodged, but the kills still come through for the low HP Kyojin. He gets 4 in the round to put Vitality up onto 7-0. It must just feel like you can't set a foot right, you know, if you're Complexity right now, you know. blameF. It feels like they're in his head. Everything that Cole are trying to do, whether it be going for these A ramp pushes, and it feels like you're always, you know, having to walk through a smoke into the meat grinder, or you're getting pushed in the back line on B aggression, on mid aggression. It must feel like you are getting perfectly counter-cooled, not even having a chance to run whatever strategies Blame has cooked up here.
Yeah, we haven't had a single A execute with smokes, right? When Cole have actually gotten up A, you know, battered and bruised, they've either not had the util because it's an eco, or, you know, Vitality re-aggress and catch them at the perfect timing. It's very impressive. And hey, you talk about, you know, graduating players in Masuta. Well, Kyojin, yeah, sure, a few years older, but you know, similarly inexperienced. He's having a hell of a game right now. Zywoo flashed out of sandbags and they let him go. The flash keeps Cole back and Zywoo escapes with his life.
And here, you might be looking at this saying, Complexity, they're playing scared. Why aren't they just, you know, taking some of the gunfights they normally win? Well, it's like, have you seen what happened to them in the other 7 rounds where they were trying to be more confident? Ooh, it's been ugly. So thus far, it kind of feels like it's giving almost Vitality more margin for error, like that round where Zywoo's able to escape, right? Normally, they would have been hounding you down there. They would have been chasing that frag down, but they are worried that with every fight they take, it's going to be another one of these setups from the Vitality crew. This time, they get a bomb plant, and they get themselves a 5-on-4, which is fine, you know?
It's only pistols. It was never meant to be a 1 round, but they're just happy Zywoo escaped and gave them a sight for a change. Bomb plant gives you room. It gives you options, but S-Tag's been tagged, and that will have been hurt by Kyojin. No doubt about it. Vitality are ready for this close left position as they set up flashes for the retake.
Oh, NATO swinging wide. They clear out S-Tag. Time is ticking away, but not gonna happen today. Vitality grab 8-0.
Dude, it's like a train, Harry. They're just running at you. Think about the B site last round. They just swung you together.
You saw shox on HLTV confirmed, I'm sure. This is one of those games where Masuta, you know, he probably is commenting a lot, and he probably is saying, Richard, there's 2B, or whatever shox said that he's screaming out.
Yeah, close enough. Not quite the accent, but
no, I can't do the accent, and I don't want to do the accent. It would be.
Yeah.
But y'all know what I'm saying. We love Shoxy.
Yeah, I mean, how can you not be loving this Vitality? Look at the, like, ants, dude, in a line right now, carrying a crust of bread back to their home.
Mate, they got the whole loaf. Yeah. These ants, damn, son.
They've been baking.
Getting bread, all right. Shit.
8-0 and Cole, you know, this is just destruction on all fronts. They finally got a full buy. Finally. Everything they need, except the York, but that's by choice, by design. Poison could have afforded. And I don't blame you for not wanting the York. It's not like Zywoo's had his. It's not like there's been a reason to run it. So shox has now pulled in the first AWP over Zywoo. Zywoo's probably like, yeah, mate, take it. I've got the AK. I am absolutely fine and dandy. Back to AAA. Guess who's there? Cole with a vengeance.
Yeah, finally. Oh, no, I was going to say, finally, they want to go through. And this time, they decide to respect it late. Blame went all the way through the first smoke into the the corridor smokes, and then runs back and goes, all right, boys, no, I'm not going to face. I should play 5. Oh, Nate's dead.
Uh-oh.
Oh my God, Apex is absolutely manhandling them right now.
This is a playoffs tier Vitality.
Yeah,
this ain't
man.
just 4-1 in the group. This is playoffs. And Cole, too hot to handle. Everyone's falling off the rooftop right now. S-Tag.
This is a Vitality that are trying to send the message to everyone. Like, we're here to win, okay? We're here to take names. S-Tag all alone, and he's going to get double swung. Of course he is. It's been your whole damn life so far. Bear in mind, this is Complexity's map pick as well.
And it's one that they've leaned into a lot in the Pro League, right? Only played it twice. We've had a lot of teams first banning it in these series, and if Cole don't first pick it, they float it till third. They never ban this map. They're always keen to take it on against, you know, pretty much anyone. And obviously a bit of a surprise to see it in this series. We know Vitality love a bit of Vertigo themselves, but, you know, Cole, it's already coming down to what they've been working on, what they've been cooking up in these couple of weeks while the other groups have been playing out. For Vitality, it's been a bit of time since we've seen them show such face on this map. Always good in the past, but not so much this season. 9-0, this is a very different Vitality, a very heads-up Vitality.
I like the change from Cole, though. We haven't really seen too much effort to take this mid control. Oh, that's a little ugly. They're a tiny bit wide on the angle, and so Masuta, oh my God, it's all going wrong. Kyojin's 13-3 as well. He's feeling it.
Yep.
This B aggro has been relentless. The bomb is now dropped outside of B. blameF. I don't even know what he's thinking at this point in time. How do you want to recover this? How do you want to make something of this round? How on earth are you going to get past Kyojin now that he's got shoxy here backing him up?
Yeah, if he goes through, make sure he checks the corner, right? Can be hiding out in the shadows there. Kyojin's aware, and he's going to have a look, but Blame finally wins a fight. Back for Cole. Oh, no more than one, though. Apex going to trade, and there's two more CTs who are ready to drop in right together. ZywOo closes everyone in the right place thanks to that bomb drop for Kyojin. And yeah, you mentioned his score, 13-4. He is having a ball right now, 10-0. And Cole, there has not been a round where it feels like they're in control other than those opening three, or opening four, three of which were 2-on-1s on that A site. And Vitality jumping over Boost and boosting themselves to this flawless scoreline.
So what do you think of cold flexity? You know, the idea that run boost, baby, NATO throwing around, but has he just been fed to the wolves? Is he like the goat from Jurassic Park getting lowered into the raptor's den?
What happened to it?
You can imagine. It was a goat with raptors. NATO does a good job of demonstrating it there. And Kyojin, here he is, lighting them up. Kyojin time, baby, USP. Oh, shox.
Yoink.
You son of a gun. Steals it away. No ace today. Just S-Tag left, coming in late on a mid-lurk, and, well, he's probably going to face the same fate as the rest of his crew.
Yeah, Kyojin, great flashes as well from Vitality, just lobbing over the backside. Like, even when he runs out of ammo there, he's a no threat to death. Cole can't see a thing. And no way, Vitality. What a game to start off the playoffs like this, in this form, on your opponent's map pick. I don't know how you reset if you're Cole if this continues, if this keeps up. You at least want to try and get, you know, these kind of games, especially at this level of CS, they can turn around very quick. Cole, you get 4 rounds, you win a pistol, next thing you know, you're believing again. But those are big ifs and not when. ZywOo is behind you.
Crikey!
It's a pantomime.
Oh my God. Oh, baby, there he is. ZywOo realizes, well, hang on a moment. Hang on a moment.
Where's he got to?
Where's blameF got to then? And he's found it. And now they've got this 5-on-4 once more. Tired of respecting smokes, Blame thought he'd caught a lucky break, but in the end, it was just teeing ZywOo up for even more. Little double from him over at ramp. Now he does get traded after that, so finally Cole have got this ramp control. They don't have the smokes to throw and execute, though. They've only got Molotovs and flashes, so there's no smoke pool. Instead, they're just going to run in dry, and this is going to leave a bit of a shooting gallery open of Vitality. Apex almost can't believe that there isn't a smoke in his way. And now he's waiting with this little pop flash, going to rain in through the top of CT. Plant coming in, Molly, try and make JKS uncomfortable, and it has, forcing the swing out of him and leaving it all on S-Tag. Dead to Kyojin, who is having a game of life right now. Another multi-kill out of the guy, and 12 rounds on the board to the 0 of complexity.
I love that move for Apex, right? Like you said, couldn't even believe he got out. Well, the reason he did try to get out, not only the Molotov, obviously, but the rest of Vitality, even in that round, they're looking for the adaptation. They're looking for the change-up for Cole. We had, while their exec, if you want to call it that, is coming in, double mid-push for Vitality. They got all the info. They realized there was, you know, no setup, no flank, nothing to worry about. It's all up on that A site. And then Apex is able to dodge death for a moment. And we saw exactly what we've seen all game from Vitality. Everyone swinging at the same time, facing together. They've been so good at that. And the more times it succeeds, the more rounds they build up, the more they're going to peak you. There's absolutely no room being given to JKS in that post plan. And it's not going to start now, Complexity, I can tell you that much. You're going to be given gunfights whether you like them or not. And I'm guessing they don't. 12-0. And seemingly no way back in. Poison's first AWP. ZywOo yet to don it. shox still running one as well.
They hear all the footsteps going, hey, the mid guys are like, well, boys, we're in. ZywOo gets all the info, and this is where the mid players have got to shine. What do they want to do? They're just going to both fall back. No one committing to this ramp round, because you're getting dealt a fast A play. S-Tag with the opener. This is one of the first 5-on-4s that Complexity have had. You're hoping that this can be how they find their round. The kills are going either which way, and finally, Complexity might be onto something. It's NATO to close, And it takes them 13 rounds, but they get there first.
Yeah, Poison's Orb, that's when you want it to come through, right? Actually gets up the ramp firstly for a change. As you said, it was the mid-take for Vitality, only one man on A, and Zywoo sees them all too late. Does decide to get out of dodge for a moment on short. And once Poison's up on ramp, so many open sight lines, so many options for that AWP. He's just trading kills left and right, and good to see NATO coming in with an impact round as well. He's had a very quiet one here, 2 and 12 at the moment, but how are you supposed to build upon that? Cole, go back for it, go back for more. And Vitality, again, don't stack up on this A site. Leading away, it's only Zywoo. Gonna get flashed into play, and this could be a good one. No one's looking, and Zywoo traded. NATO keeps things even, and Blame up on the bomb site finds Mizuta, only just gets out of dodge. Vitality still throwing themselves into the round, and it might fall apart at the seams. Lots of damage done. Someone needs to capitalize.
Yeah, Kyojin's getting mollied, getting naded out of the round. Shoxy's flank has now got to do it all. He's got it down to a 1v2. Now, I would like to say this much, right? The Vitality Twitter account did put out just a minute and a bit ago, when does Complexity play? Since then, Complexity have found a round. They're looking to get their second. Is this the dreaded social media manager curse?
Yeah, the casters have been there. They've done that, but anyone can jinx, anyone with the power. You just don't know about it. It's like the Harry Potter wand, you know? It finds you. shox, 1v2. There's the D headshot, and now they know which side he's coming from. Blame dead, and JKS just one shot from death. shox drops the smoke, and he might even be able to stick it. Quick tap, forces the shot. He's got all the info in the world, and JKS holds off. shox another, and tagged again, but it doesn't matter. There is no time. The kill comes in. I think it's a Cole round. NT for shox, but that long rotate, even with the instant kill, is not enough. He knew coming up ramp there with an orb, he's going to get double face. He's a dead man. And so NT, but not quite. Cole looking for 3 at the end of the half.
It's 12-0. Then the BM tweet comes through. Now Complexity are reinvigorated. They're bringing it back to life. You know, 3 rounds, not a lot of rounds. Doesn't take a genius to work that one out.
Or a mathematician.
But it's better than getting 15-0'd, right? It at least gives you that little bit of breathing room. We've seen comebacks of this magnitude happen before.
At this event already, we've seen teams bottle 13-2 halves.
Think about FaZe Fnatic to refresh your mind.
Oh, it
it's
still
one
hurts.
that still hurts even now.
Oh, Mizuta, mid-info. He's setting up shox, though. He's just trying to get their attention drawn to his side of mid, and S-Tag creeps into the angle. shox, oh, missed shot. Now they're getting closer. Molly doesn't give him a lot of room to work with, and Apex has been smoked off too. Good util for Cole, flash through, and Apex, oh, it could have been a double, but instead is nothing. Now Cole walked the A-smoke right as Vitality peel away. Zywoo goes back to check mid, and that has given Cole space to find his 3rd round.
Mid players looking to regroup. They might not even be needed with all the progress that Cole are making up into this site. shoxy brushed aside by NATO Sapphix, and now Kyojin in a 1-on-5 while he's given us some great moments here. Sutton tells me this one might be a little too far gone. He's going to set himself up back in CT. He's been spotted now, and there's NATO to put 3 on the board for Complexity. It's not a lot, it's not enough, but can they do anything with it? Complexity have got a tall task ahead of them. Can they pull the fast one over Vitality? Well, Vitality fans should be very happy with the game that we just got out of these Vitality boys. For Complexity fans, maybe a little quiet right about now. You know, you're still reserving some faith for this squad, but only 3 rounds to their name. You know, a pistol loss, that could decide your fate here.
Yeah, that will.
Even losing a first rifle round could seal the death warrant. So a pretty rough spot to be in, there is no denying it. Vitality, are they going to give you any room? Are they going to give you any chance at a comeback here? It's 3 up through ramp early, but that bomb and Apex waiting outside of the B bomb site. This is the Hugo Byron special right here.
Yeah, they've even faked it out with a smoke from Spawn that landed on the bomb site. That wasn't thrown from ramp. That really sells this hard. And everyone's left B. That gives a lot of room. However, NATO doubles up in A. Masuta, the longer he lives, the better it is. And he gets out with 30 health. Bomb planted, but really, as good as it can get, Cole should be winning this round.
Apex with a flash. It's got to be a damn good flash at that. ZywOo up close, and him and Apex will get a couple of kills each. Apex dancing around, and he's made this possible with the dink. Flank coming in for Masuta, and this was meant to be a complexity round, but now it's just Poison left. He's sandwiched between two enemies, a rock and a hard place for Poison, and Masuta just will not give him this mid-fight. Smoke on the bomb, that's his only chance now. He's sticking it, deals with the first man, but out of time, out of chances. Masuta gonna seal the deal, and with Vitality winning that, they're looking to put Vertigo to bed very, very quickly.
Oh, that should not be Vitality's right. Even though everyone gets drawn out of B, Cole fall for the fake perfectly, exactly how Vitality wanted. But that double kill for NATO, you'd feel like that would set them up for the round. ZywOo and Apex locking down the B post plant, and Masuta, who just lived on 30 health, comes in with a massive backstab. Like you said, even if he peeks to Poison there and dies, that might be the round. That might be it. Like, Poison can stick the smoke with the kit, with the bomb, you know, on the site. It might be his. Instead, Masuta doesn't give him a chance and even shoots him through the smoke on the end. 13-3. Forced by has to work here. Everything has to work. You have no room for error. shox flashed off, falls back to the smoke, and now they discount the position. Now they consider B to be clear. It is not. In fact, it is getting stacked by the second. More players moving over. shox has made the call.
I really like it from shox, man. He waits in the smoke, he hears them coming down the stairs, and then he hears it go quiet, and he's like, huh, that doesn't sit right with me. He gets to the bottom of ramp, and now he's pieced it all together. Yeah, they've gone for an early info play at B. When they didn't see us, they're probably stacking the A bomb site.
Yeah. Cole love to do these saves, right, where they keep 5 alive and they get rid of the Deagle, and they save Deagle still next. But Vitality, I love this play. They're not planting. They don't want to warn Cole. They walk all the way through spawn, and Masuta is still on A to kill these saving players. Cole wanted to run this force by round twice in a row. They're not going to be allowed to if Masuta was to get away with that. There's still time to hunt, but you don't want to lose rifles when you know there's nothing to gain.
No, I don't think you're too dismayed with this save, right? You say, like, yeah, okay, they get to have another go at it. Maybe they can do some damage with this. You acknowledge that, but, you know, you've still got all the rifles here. You threw your one SMG at it. That little anti-eco seems very much by design. You know, like, throughout the entirety of what was left of the group stage when we saw Complexity play, we were referring back to how they play these force buy rounds, like you just said, right? Really not uncommon to see them just stack 5 players in a bomb site and then save. And it feels like Vitality tried to counter-call that to a T. They pieced together very early on what one of the 2 sites was getting stacked. They left Masuta there with the goal of trying to remove some of those saving players. It just shows that Vitality have clearly done their homework here, right? They've clearly looked at what Complexity like to do. And now I hear typing, and oh, thank goodness.
Worry.
What was
Very
that?
brief tech. No problems here, though. And now Cole, yeah, it's just... To put it any other way would be lying to you. This is a Vitality game. This is a lock-in. This is as good as done. You just got to make it so, get the numbers on the board, head to overpass, and that's the big worry as well, right? Vitality, sick overpass team, and this was Cole's map pick after all. Here we go. Couple of nades for Complexity. Will they try and save them for the post plant, or at least to stop the bomb from going down? Obviously, teams even throw them in fairly late, even when you're trying to play, you know, bomb plant denial. Usually, you let the animation go through sometimes.
In our little break as well, I saw Tigris come out from HLTV with a tweet saying that a 10-0 CT side in the 38 times it's ever happened has always resulted in a win for the team that was up 10-0. So...
Yeah, not for the team 0-10.
No, unsurprising. So it feels like, you know, that stat is going to be kept in good order.
Yeah.
at
or
least.
history gets made. It's a win-win, really.
Yeah, either we're here when history was made or we're here when history continues. And boy, are they both cool.
Forced forward by the Molotov. Oh, they line up! And a bit of team damage done. You had to take that shot. You had to shoot through your teammate if you're ZywOo, but that just gives S-Tag even more room. 3 kills. And then he's very desperately good shot for shoxy. One more man at the A site. And the late rotate of JKS. Life of a B player has pushed through and needs to have Poison stay alive if he wants to have any room to get this flank going. Vitality stalling gives more time for JKS, and here he comes as the smokes go down. Poison. Oh, they're out short, just dodging death, going back for a little bit more, but Vitality can get the planting right about now. It's all on JKS, the round in the palm of his hands. Oh.
Yeah, they've dealt with the first man, but now JKS had retrieved an AK, was hoping that could have been his golden ticket, but instead he's denied entry at the door by shoxy.
Life of a B player, man. Walks the entire flank, gets there. You know, no better timing,
well, not
really.
only that, right?
Immediately headshot.
Exactly, and it's like, you know where JKS is going to be. You know that if you haven't seen him in the site yet, when you hit tab and you see who's still alive, you go, oh, he could be ramp flanking, and shox just reads it like a book.
And Vitality are missing shots, right? You know, that's that goes without being said at 15 to 3.
I mean, so once again, like, draw some attention here to Kyojin and the fact that, you know, like, with us getting this performance out of him, Vitality is scary enough, even if he's giving you, like, a run-of-the-mill game. Right now, with him stepping up and, like, you know, looking like the most capable player in the server at times, it's making Vitality even more terrifying. I don't think you could have asked for a worse situation if your complexity here.
Cole with that one rifle round they're able to field on the CT side before it's all said and done. Can they keep this game going? Can they prolong it? Poison CT AWP. The one round he had at T side, he doubled up. He's got it towards B. Good timing on this peak as well, but it's actually JKS to steal the kill. Lets him rotate, leave Poison there with the AWP as JKS goes back to check mid. Coles still have ramp. They're doing exactly what Vitality did to them, but Vitality have a different answer. Flash through, forces some respect. The molly already pushed past it, mate. And Vitality are up the top ramp. Oh, good trade as well. More players at short re-aggressing though. Good timing for Cole. Vitality have yet to clear this. They've got Molotovs though.
Oh yeah, that molly is trapped, blameF. He
Nice.
has no choice but to fight, and luckily enough, he's able to win them all out. Apex will get the trade, but now finds himself in a 1-on-3. And so finally, Cole, you know, they bring the rifles out, they're able to put up one more, but is this just, you know, stemming a mortal wound, right? Is this just stemming the bleeding, as it were? Are you still destined to fall here? It feels like it, and I'm always one to root for impossible comebacks. Even I find myself struggling to make much of a case here.
And Vitality much the same. Gonna buy up double deeg or double rifle, just whatever we can get our hands on at this point. ZywOo have yet to really see him AWPing in this map. shox had it on the CT side. Boosted up, being held. Blame can't see them. Even when you're aware of what Vitality is doing, that smoke is more favorable for the T's. They're doing it for a reason. Both players push back low, more so on Apex, thanks to that grenade. And ZywOo all this time has been looking for a B pick. This is a very common position for JKS on the B bomb site. If Vitality have done any homework, they'll know this. So Molotovs can be thrown, but they might not be needed to if ZywOo can find a little angle here. Poison going to move in at the right time, flashing JKS. This is a perfect play, but they're up in front of it. Good shot for Poison. JKS now attacks from the sidelines and mows down 2, dropping the bomb in the site as well. 5-on-2, shox up close, attention drawn by Apex, but he's dead as well. And it's all said and done for this round, unless shox can do the undoable.
Yeah, spammed out, and it's 6 on the board for complexity. I'm a little bit, you know, bewildered as to how JKS goes unchecked in that position.
Yeah, Poison draws him in.
I get Poison's drawing the attention, but when you think JKS, there is one spot on the B-bomb site that springs to mind.
The flash certainly helped, right? Poison gets this kill, fully blind, and then he just lobs one over the top of the half wall. And yeah, everyone's looking at Poison. Everyone's worried about the AWP. He's so patient there. As I was calling, maybe it's clear he's looked as far as he can look from the stairs. A lot going on and not a lot of time to react. For this round, not a lot to happen, as it's just default pistols for the most part.
Yeah, I think it was that Sinners matchup, if I'm not mistaken, where they seemingly had a set of nades specifically for JKS on that B side. Ooh, that's a nice little spray out of blameF. And the Glock round has been laid to rest nice and quickly. This is Complexity up onto 6, pretty much guaranteed. Something that'd have to go really, really astronomically wrong for this to ever go the other way. And with this double setup in mid, it's nasty, it's naughty. And well, there's the Mo down secured. S-Tag gonna nail them both. Now the guns are coming back out again for Vitality. Your little 1 round of respite is over.
The pain is only just beginning. We won't have to wait long for it. No AWP in this one either. It's just the bare bones buy for Vitality. Smoke flash on some of these players, but that should be enough, you'd like to think. This is where Cole have nothing to lose on the other side, right? They can play loose, they can play free, they can just keep taking these A-ramp fights. shox selling some noise at B, and a more passive setup on that A side, leaving NATO behind the sandbags, position that Vitality got a lot of value out of it themselves. Flash, they run through the smoke. Blame has to give it up, but it's all a bit of a bait for NATO. They see him, poking out behind the sandbags. Now they know there's no Molotov, no nade. They're gonna have to clean it manual mode, and Masuta will, checking the back of the site. 5 on 4. Poison looking for anything with the AWP, but this wall of smokes has really not helped out NATO here. Nor the rest of Cole, who can't catch an angle. They don't know how many players of Vitality are even here. They've got to leave JKS at B out of fear and fear alone. And the re-aggression, Vitality are ready for it this time. Or are they?
Yeah, the swings at short always get a little bit awkward, right? Very narrow, and so everyone's getting stuck on each other there, and it leads to Kyojin getting dealt with. A 4 on 4, Complexity able to restabilize this somewhat. You've still got the 2 smokes needed to execute into this A-bomb site. That's on ZywOo and Masuta. So right now, you probably just play a bit of a waiting game, wait and see if any re-aggression comes through for Cole. Now they're gonna line up these smokes to try and make the push happen. Only 1 down, and they try to spot the player close, but ZywOo will land that little flick, and JKS is once again left in one of these clutches. Life of a B player. It's a horrible life to lead all alone on this rotation. A lot of time ticking off the bomb just in getting him here. He doesn't have any utility to force engagements. He's got no way to bring the fights out. And so Vitality can just play time. They don't have to peek this. shox and ZywOo as well are 2 of the best clutches in the game. This is a really rough spot for JKS. He taps the bomb. There's the peek. Double swung from short. And Vitality lock in Complexity's map pick with a crazy dominant scoreline. Vitality are here looking to make a statement, looking to take names. And as we get ready to head to Overpass, they're looking for a 2-0.